All right, now we will talk about affective disposition theory and eudaimonia. I mentioned eudaimonia a little bit earlier. So, this theory is for movie lovers for sure. Let's first define media enjoyment. This is the pleasure that you get from consuming media products. So I get pleasure from watching the first Harry Potter movie, especially when I'm sick. This brings comfort to me. I enjoy watching um, other movies too, of course, but this is just one example. Affective disposition is a continuum ranging from extremely negative affect or emotion to extremely positive affect toward media characters. So, extremely negative affect is disliking and resenting, and extremely positive affect is liking and caring. So, in the context of Harry Potter, the story and movie, I would have a more negative affect on this continuum for Draco Malfoy and a stronger positive affect for Ron Weasley. And some people would some people like the villain. We'll talk about that in a little bit. In a little bit. All right. So, according to disposition theory, individuals form affective dispositions toward media characters based on moral judgment. If you've never seen Breaking Bad, I highly recommend it, but also I'm sorry because maybe this reference isn't going to make as much sense. I'll try to think of another one too. So, my moral judgment, let me give you a little backstory about Breaking Bad and then it'll still make sense. I won't give anything away though. So in Breaking Bad, you have a high school chemistry teacher who gets diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and he starts making meth. And depending on where you are in the story, that's the very first episode. So I'm really not giving anything away there. So if your moral judgment of Walter White, who is this guy with the beard and the glasses on your right, is that he's doing this because he's doing it for his family, then that is your affective disposition of that character is because you are like, oh, well, the moral side of this is he's doing it for his family. If you're like, no, that's not okay, it doesn't matter, then you would put that moral judgment on the spectrum in a different way. So a moral judgment is the evaluation of the morality of media characters' behaviors. Jesse Pinkman, on the other hand, who is the other character in this photo, who is Walter White's sidekick, he comes out of the gate as a maybe an immoral character. And so in the initial part of in the development of the show, you have Walter White on this moral side, and you have Jesse Pinkman on this immoral side, and you have transitional characters therein. And we'll talk about the complexities of that, how we have transformational characters, and how that can affect viewer moral judgment in a moment. Again, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, I'm sorry. So, we might make a moral judgment on a media character based on attractiveness, intentions, right? Behind behaviors, good or bad, different domains of moral consideration, and shared characteristics. So I'm going to stop here and pick back up with more detailed information about each of those.